All children are looking for love, someone to look up to and provide guidance. But they're not all fortunate enough to get that. Meet one Philadelphian who tries to fill in those gaps. Meet Kung Fu master Verone Romioletti. He appears to be as solid as a rock, but if you look closely, you can see a soft spot. It's there in his heart for children.
Each of my students have their own little stories when they come to me. And when I hear their stories, all of them have some of what happened to me.
Romioletti, known as Rome, was the victim of terrible abuse as a child.
The beatings were severe. With sticks with nails in it, hung by my ankles and stuff like that. I mean, I was tied to a bed from the time my mom and pop go to work to the time they come home. To this day, I still have the wounds on my ankles from being shackled.
He says he was a sickly child, but usually took the brunt of the abuse for his siblings. His only escape was television and his favorite movie, Hercules.
And I would see a man who was so powerful, you know, he had all this power, and he would use it to help others, not to destroy no one. Every time I would look at these movies, I would see the good, not the bad, and I would say, one day I will be the same way. I'll be able to do that.
And he did.
You know, people always say, if you can save one, I'm greedy. If I can save 20, then I've done something. And I think the best thing in the world is to see that you don't help some of these young brothers.
He was like a big father figure to all of us. He was like a big brother to us. And many of the young students, including myself, had personal problems that we went through at home. And so Rome's school was kind of like a refuge for us.
Kevin Sheaff met Rome about 15 years ago. Rome was then a security guard at the old Capitol Theater in West Philadelphia and used to let kids in for free to keep them out of trouble. They're still friends today.
I got that in Allentown. I won this in Allentown.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I can remember students not having much to eat at home, and Rome would say, come to my school, don't worry about it, I'll feed you. Rome was there to show me what it is to be a young adult and the things that I needed to do to succeed in life, okay? And just being there just to talk to someone. When I had a problem, I could go to Rome, okay?
One day, Rome learned that Sheaff needed the money for a summer school course.
And he said, Kevin, I want you to take this money, pay for the course, and I want you to get it. I want you to finish this course. And I'll never, ever forget that in my life. And I went on and got an A in the course.
He also went on to graduate from Temple University's radio, TV, and film program.
So when I thought about doing a documentary, I looked at Rome's life and I said, there's a story to tell. Rome didn't grow up to be a drug addict. He didn't grow up to be a drug dealer. He didn't grow up to be a criminal. He grew up to be a beautiful human being. And I said, in Rome's life, I think this could help other people, you know, empower other people and inspire other people. And it was also my way of saying thanks to Rome for all the things that he did for me.
And Rome is still in the business of helping Philadelphia's young men and women. They're brought to him by their parents, or they find their way to him on their own. Mustafa Nuruddin used to pass his school on the way to a bookstore.
I had a dream about the school, and I dreamt that we were in Hong Kong on this little bridge, like a overbridge, and he was telling me to come to the school, inviting me, like, come to the school. And I was like, man, how can I come to it? I said, well, I'm going to go down there, I'm going to have heart, and go and ask him to take me as a student. I said, if he's a real teacher, he'll take me whether I have money or not, you know. So I didn't ask him that first day. I looked, you know, just looked, and like maybe a couple of times after that, he noticed me looking and called me over. And I talked with him, and I told him about the dream. And he said, well, that means you must belong here. So from that point, I've been coming to class every day, and I've been here ever since. I told him I didn't have the money, so he knew my situation.
Mustafa had spent some time in a juvenile detention center in his early teens. He'd straightened out his life, but says when he met Rome at age 21, he was still searching for something.
21, a lot of times, especially like men, young black men, they still don't have everything, because a lot of young black men never had fathers, you know, so my father wasn't there. all I had was a mother. Most families just have that mother. It's a teacher-student relationship, big brother relationship, father, son, friend. He helped me gain balance, balance to where I can take a bad situation and keep rolling with it and get the good or the positive out of it.
His walls are lined with trophies and plaques of recognition. But Rome students learned there is much more to life than winning kung fu tournaments. He says it took serious study on his part to teach his students all they really need to know.
Because the worst thing in the world is take a young kid and teach them something and to show them something that's not real. It has no substance, it has no meaning. And they will ask questions. And it's very, very important you be able to answer those questions.
That is why he chose to study with his teacher, Chun Soo Poi, and learn the philosophy of the martial arts and the bond that teacher and student must form.
He's my friend. He's my teacher. I was the best man at his wedding. For a black man to be an Oriental man's wedding, the best man, I mean, that's unusual, isn't it? What they get from me, they get love, okay? I love them. See, once you leave a lot of these other schools, what goes on outside, they could care less. But see, when my students leave the school, I know what time they're supposed to be home. I see report cards, you understand? Especially I got kids that come from single parents. And if the boy gets stupid, then he has to deal with me.
Coming up, 4 New Jersey churches deliver the Christmas spirit. We'll be right back.